Good afternoon, everyone. It's your English class, and today we are going to study our next chapter that is regarding pronouns. So let's get started. Chapter number 10, pronouns. Firstly, let's understand what is a pronoun. A pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. Right? Means when we use noun word, means noun we use in a sentence. So instead of noun, if you use another word and that word works as the noun, so it means that word is a pronoun. Clear? Understand this point with some examples, like if I say I live in India. I live in India because India is my country. You will notice here India. This India is a name. Wait, please. India word is here. That's the name. Wait, please, wait. Yes, this is the name, and this India also, this is the name. Noun. But see the next example. I live in India because it is my country. I live in India because it is my country. In this example, you will notice, dear students, I have used this word. This is a pronoun. This has been used for India word. So simply you can understand which word is used instead of any noun and that works as a noun. So it means that word is a pronoun. Clear? Next, he, she, it, I, me, mine, either, neither, which, what, many, etc. These all the words are examples of pronouns. Clear? Now, second point, we have to understand types of pronoun. So first type of pronoun is personal pronoun. Next, interrogative, emphasizing, distributive, relative, demonstrative, reflexive, possessive, indefinite. So these all the types of pronoun, right? So approximate 9 types of pronoun are there. So one acronym I want to make you understand so that you can memorize the names of the pronouns, right? Acronym is that Dr. Pi, Dr. Pi, DRPIE. By the help of this acronym, you can learn all the types of pronouns. How? Let's see this. So this is the code 22221, means 2 time D you have to use, 2 time D you have to use, 2 time R you have to use, 2 time P you have to use, 2 time I you have to use, and 1 time E you have to use to tell the types of the pronouns. See that D4, that's a demonstrative. D4 demonstrative. Second D4, sorry, distributive. Second D4 demonstrative. R4, that is relative, right? And second R4, that is reflexive. P4, P4 personal pronoun, and second P4 possessive pronoun. Then I4, that's the interrogative pronoun. Then second I4, that is the indefinite pronoun, right? E4 emphasizing pronoun, right? So by the help of this, we can learn the types of the pronouns, and I will ask the question regarding this also. Please memorize this, understand this point. Dr. Pi means D for demonstrative and distributive, R for reflexive and relative, P for possessive and personal, I for indefinite and interrogative, E for emphasizing. Okay, so 9 types of pronouns are there, right? And dear students, I want to understand you. Can you tell me how many types of pronoun are there? I want to check your learning power. Within a few seconds you have learned it or not. I want to see this. I want to ask question regarding this. Please tell me Who can tell me the types of the pronouns? Wait, please, let me enlarge this box. Okay, Ansh, you please tell me. Ansh, you tell me first. Ansh, beta,
Sir,
yes,
nine type of
9 types of pronoun. What is the acronym? What is the acronym?
Sir, Dr. Pi.
Dr. Pai, can you define the each letter of that acronym? D4?
Sir, D for Sir, demonstrative and distributive
Demonstrative and
pronoun.
distributive. Very good. R4?
Sir, R for
Yes, good. Right.
reflexing,
Reflexive and
relative pronoun.
relative pronoun. Very good. P4?
Possessive
Possessive
personal.
and personal. Very good. And I4?
Sir, interrogative and indefinite.
Negative and indefinite. And E4?
Sir, E for embarrassing pronoun.
Emphasizing pronoun. Very good. You have given the right answer. So, dear students, by the help of this acronym, we can understand, we can learn the types of the pronouns. Okay. D for demonstrative and distributive, R for reflexive and relative, P for possessive and personal, I for indefinite and interrogative, and E for that is emphasizing. So total 9 types of pronouns are there. Okay. Next slide. So let's talk about the personal pronoun. So first is that personal pronoun. In this, we are going to talk 3 types of pronoun. Means personal, second, possessive, and then reflexive. Okay. Just understand first of all this part. Let me take the marker. Please wait. Just take this part because firstly we are going to talk about only this part. Okay. Then rest of part we will discuss. Okay. So our personal pronoun is like I, we, you, he, she, it. So these words are called the personal pronoun, which are used for persons, right? Like which can be divided into 3 persons, like first person, second person, and third person. So dear students, our personal pronouns are divided into 3 parts: first person, second person, and third person, as I have written here. Then further it is divided in singular and in plural. You can see here. Then further it's divided in subjective case and in objective case, right? As you can see this, right? So firstly, let's understand what is first person. Clear? So when we have to write any pronoun for the speaker, it means अगर मुझे बोलने वाले के बारे में कोई pronoun लिखना है, so that pronoun is categorized in first person. So simply we can say I and we. These 2 words are called first person pronoun, right? I and we, because I am speaking with you and suppose any sir or ma'am is standing with me, so we are speaking with you. Okay, if we talk about the speaker, so those pronouns are called first person pronoun, right? So I is first person singular, I is first person singular, but we is first person plural, because I we can use for one person and we can use for more than one person. Clear? Then let's talk about the second person. So to whom we speak means who is our listener. If we need to write any pronoun for them, then those pronouns are called second person pronoun. Okay. So you is second person pronoun. You is second person pronoun, and it is singular also and it is plural also. Why? Because like suppose one student is there, so I can say that you are my student. So it means I'm talking about one student. Suppose many students are there in the class, and I can say that you are my students, or I can say you are my favorite students. So you can be used for second person, and it is singular also, and it is plural also. Then let's talk about the third person, right? So if we need speaker, so speaker is first person, listener is second person, and apart from first person and second person, rest of pronouns are called third person. Or simply we can understand that about whom we talk in the sentence, those pronouns are called third person. Clear? So he, she, it, they. So he, she, it, these words are called third person singular pronouns, and they are called third person plural pronouns, right? Now we have understood what are the first person pronoun and what are the second and what are the third person pronouns. Secondly, we have to understand singular and plural. This also we have understood. Now next we have to understand these are called the subjective case pronoun, right? Right? These column is called the subjective case pronoun, right? Because as a subject we use them, but these words are called the objective case pronoun. Remember this objective case. Objective case we can also say, and this is subjective case, and we can also say them nominative case. Why? Because whenever we need to write a pronoun as a subject, so we need to write these subject, but whenever we need to write as an object, so we need to write these object. If we need to write subject, then I will write I, but if we need to write the object, then I will write the me. Me is objective case of I, right? And us is objective case of we. You is a special word, that is subjective case also, objective case also, singular also, and plural also. And him is objective case of he, and the same way her is objective case of she, and it is objective case of it. It also can be used in subjective case also same, and objective case also the same. Them is objective case of they. So this table, dear student, we have to understand in this way. Again, I tell you. Then regarding this, I will ask some question in some exercise. So understand very carefully. Our personal pronouns are divided into three parts: first person, second person, third person. If we need to write the pronouns for the speaker, so those pronouns are called the first person pronoun, right? If we need to write the pronouns for the listener, so we should write the second person pronoun. And about whom we talk in a sentence, apart from first person, second person, rest of pronouns are called third person pronoun. Clear? Then they can be divided into singular and plural numbers. Again, they can be divided into subjective case and objective case. Subjective case, I have told you, if we need to use these pronouns before the verb, so they are called subjective case. But after the verb, if we need to write, so we have to write the objective case pronoun. Okay, with some examples and with some exercise, we will understand this point. Clear? Next, fill the suitable pronoun. So suitable pronoun you have to fill here. Our first example is that my parents love I or me. Okay, so please tell me, please raise your hand so that I can see that. Please wait, let me do some setting from my end. Please stay connected. Please wait. Okay, first of all, who will let me know? Lavisha, you please tell me. Lavisha, please tell me.
My parents love me.
My parents love me. Very good, right answer. Lavisha, can you tell me why not I? I क्यों नहीं use कर सकते हम? Lavisha, try to give me the answer. Why not I? Why me is right here? Only me is right here. Why? Can you tell me? Lavisha, you can try to give the answer. If your answer is wrong, that's no problem. But we should try to give the answer. Okay, I tell you. Okay, I think she doesn't know. Okay, so love is a verb here. We know that this word is a verb. So after the verb, we write objective case pronoun. So me is objective case and I is nominative case. Nominative case we can also say, and subjective case we can also say. So here we have to write me word, not I. That's why me is right here, I is wrong here. Next, I love my parents or me love my parents. Which pronoun will come here? Ansh, you tell me please. Ansh, you tell me please which pronoun will come.
Sir, I love my parents because, sir,
Hmm.
love is, sir, I is nominative case because love is before than I.
Okay, very good, very good. You have given the good explanation. Love is a verb, and before the love, there is a fill up. Okay, so there is a need to fill the subject there. So I can be a subject, but me can't be a subject because that is objective case pronoun, right? So in this case, we need to fill I here, right? Secondly, see this. I saw he or I saw him. Which pronoun will come? Read, you please tell me. Read, please tell
Sir,
me. I saw he or I saw him. Which pronoun will come? Read, you are not audible. Please come forward and tell me the answer.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon.
Sir, I saw him.
I saw him. Why not he?
Sir, because
Hmm. Very good. Hmm.
because uh, him is a objective case.
Him is the objective case pronoun. Okay, that's why him will come here. Very good, right answer with good explanation. So him will come here because objective case pronoun we need to write here. Clear? And he is subjective case pronoun. Next, he saw me or him saw me. So is a verb. So please try to get that. Which word will come here? Aryan, you please tell me. Aryan, you please tell me.
सर क्या यस सर क्या कर रहे हो
Aryan, which pronoun will come here? He or him?
तेरा क्वेश्चन नहीं दिख रहा
Question नहीं दिख रहा. So see carefully. That's on your screen.
यस सर
Tell me, he or him, which pronoun will come here?
सर हिम
Why? Why not he? Him क्यों आएगा? He क्यों आएगा वहां पे? Him
सर
क्यों आएगा?
आई सो हिम मतलब देखा था मैंने उसे सर पास्ट की बात है
My God. Okay. I tell you the answer. Your answer is not completely right. So Aryan here, he will come because we need to fill here subjective case pronoun. Right? So is a verb, and before the verb, we need to write the subjective case pronoun. And after the verb, we need to write the objective case pronoun. Clear? So there is a need of subject. So that's why he will come here, him will not come here. Next sentence. This is the possessive case. Possessive case I did not tell you in the previous slide. Here I will tell you when you will give the answer. Aryan, please mute yourself. Stop the video, Aryan. So who will let me know which pronoun will come here, mine or my? Which pronoun will come here? Let me ask from Dhruv. Dhruv, please tell me. Okay, Shruti, you please tell me. Shruti, you please tell me which pronoun will come, my or mine?
Sir, mine.
Mine. Why not my? Okay, I tell you. Mine, sorry, my is right answer here. Why my is right answer here? Because you know that both are the possessive words, but mine is pronoun and my is adjective here, right? So my we can use if after that there is any noun. So that is noun there, right? So we need to fill here my here. If there is a no noun after that, then we have to fill the pronoun and mine is pronoun. So my will come here. This is my pen. Note, we can't say this is mine pen. Okay. But see the next example. This pen is mine. Here mine will come. Okay. Both mine and my, both these two words are having the same meaning. These two words are the possessive case of I. I means मैं. जब मुझे अपना possession दिखाना हो तो mine और my दोनों word में fill कर सकता हूँ. But my जो है वो adjective possessive case है और mine जो है वो pronoun है. Mine के बाद name नहीं आता, my के बाद name आता है. Name दिया हुआ है तो यहाँ my आएगा, इसके बाद name नहीं दिया हुआ तो यहाँ पे mine आएगा. Right? That's the difference between mine and my. Mine is pronoun and my is an adjective here. Clear? Next. Next sentence. Rohit knows subjective or objective case of you. You have to fill here either subjective case of objective case of you word. Right? So which word will come here? According to you, you have to fill here. Clear? So who will tell me? So according to this word, you have to fill here. Who will let me know? Let me ask from Manishita. Manishita is a good girl and she will tell me, according to you, which pronoun will come here? Subjective case or objective case?
Sir, objective case.
So what is the objective case? Yes, your answer is right, but tell me what is the objective case of you? Manishita, what is the objective case of you? You का objective case क्या है? Okay, I think, okay, I tell you the answer. So you have to fill here because you is subjective case also and objective case also, that is singular also, that is plural also. So you can say Rohit knows me. When you have to fill you in subjective case, the same word you will fill. You can say you know Rohit. Okay, so in objective case and in subjective case of you have to fill the same word. Now you can see that here you know Rohit means subjective case pronoun we have to fill here, and you we have to fill because in subjective case and in objective case of you we have to fill the same word, right? So you will come here. Clear? Next, see that. Next, here I'm going to make you understand about the reflexive pronoun. Understand it very carefully. Reflexive pronoun. Clear? See this sentence. So this word is subject. Dear friends, you can see this. This word is subject here. He hurt Rohit. उसने रोहित को hurt किया. So this word is subject here, and Rohit is object here. Doer is subject and receiver is object here. Clear? This point I think you are getting. So before the verb we have to write the subject, and after the verb we have to write the object. But see the next example. He hurt himself. He hurt himself. He is subject and him is object. In this you will notice that both the person are same. उसने खुद को hurt किया. करने वाला भी खुद है और जिसको hurt किया वो भी खुद ही है. So when we have to write subject and object about the same person, then we have to write the reflexive pronouns like himself, herself, itself, themselves, yourself, yourselves, myself, himself. Okay, again understand, in this subject is someone else and object is someone else, but in this sentence subject is same and object is also same. So when subject and object both are the same person, then we have to write the reflexive pronoun in the objective case. Clear? See the next sentence. I saw a snake means I is subject and snake is the object. Both are the different things. That's the animal, that's the person. But if I say that I saw myself in the mirror, so I is subject and myself is object here, but both are the same person. मैंने खुद को मिरर में देखा, देखने वाला भी मैं हूं और जिसको देखा वो भी मैं हूं. So whenever we have to write the same person in objective case, so in objective case we will write like reflexive pronouns. Clear? Next slide. Interrogative pronouns. So let's understand what are the interrogative pronouns, because one by one we will understand all the types of pronouns. So personal pronouns we have understood, and possessive pronouns we have understood like mine, ours, yours, and reflexive pronouns we have understood like myself, yourself, himself. Now we have to understand about the interrogative pronouns. Which pronouns are used to ask the questions? So whenever we put any questions and we fill the interrogative pronouns, so those words are called the interrogative pronouns, right? See this example. Who, whom, what, whose, which. These words are called the interrogative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, which are used for people. So these four words are used for people, like what and which are used for things. What and which, these two words are used for things. You can see this, which is common. Which word is common, which can be used for people also and for things also. Let's understand this point with some examples. Suppose I say that, who are you? So it means I'm talking about a person. So who we can use for a person, right? See the next example. Whom do you want to meet? I want to talk about a person. जिसको तुम मिलना चाहते हो एक person होगा. So it means for person we can use who and whom. Next example. Whose is this pen? I want to know the owner of that pen, who belongs to that pen, right? So same, we are talking about a person. So whose also we can use for a person. Next, the students are standing there. So two students are standing there. Which is your favorite student? So which word we have used for the student? So that is living being. So it means we are talking about person. Simply we have understood here who, whom, whose, which. These four words which are interrogative pronouns can be used for the people. Next, what do you eat? What do you eat? So we can say I eat Maggie, I eat pizza. So what can be used for things? जो what word है उसको वस्तु के लिए use करते हैं. See the next example. Which is your favorite shirt? Suppose you have many shirts and someone asks you, which is your favorite shirt? So which word can be used for the thing? For the shirt. Shirt is a thing. That's a known living. Simply we have understood that who, whom, what, and which. Sorry, who, whom, whose, and which. These four words are used for people. Which and what, these are used for things. Which is common. It can be used for people also and for things also, right? Next, who, whom, what, whose, which. Now we are going to talk about them one by one. Let's talk about who first. To ask the subject of the verb. Whenever, dear students, we need to know about the subject of the verb. In that condition, we should use who word, like Virat plays cricket. If I say this sentence, Virat plays cricket, so you know that Virat is subject in this sentence. Okay. If by using who word, I want to know about the subject. So means I'm using who word for subject. So simply we can understand whenever we want to know about subject, so we should use who word. Like I say that who plays cricket? कौन cricket खेलता है? Means I want to know about the subject. Subject is Virat. So for asking about the subject, I should use who word. My mother prepares food. So my mother is subject and food is object and prepare is a verb. So if you want to know about my mother, so I will say who prepares food, means who can be used for asking about subject. Next, whom. Whom to ask the indirect object of the verb. When we need to know about the indirect object of the verb, then we should use whom word. Like I teach my students. So I subject, teach verb, my students indirect object. Indirect object means when object is living beings. So those are called indirect objects. So if I want to know about the indirect objects, so I should use whom word. Like whom do I teach? मैं किसको पढ़ाता हूँ? Answer is my students. Okay. So I want to know about the indirect object. Clear? Next, my father always helps me. So me is here indirect object. If I want to know about me, so I should use whom word. Like whom does my father help? Whom does my father help? Right? So who is used for subject and whom is used for indirect object. What to ask about particular information. If you want to know about any particular information, then we should use what word. Like what do you play? I want to know about the particular information. What do you play? Which game you play that? What game you play that? Right? What do you wear usually in a party? So I want to know about the particular information. So I want to know about your choice, which regarding the dresses which you wear in the party. So that's why I'm saying here, what do you wear usually in a party? So what can be used to ask about particular information? Next, whose to ask who belongs to something, right? Whose is this pen? When we want to know the owner of anything, or we can say when we want to know who belongs to something or that thing. So in that case, we should use whose word. Like whose is this pen? I want to know the owner of the pen. Usually I like my brother's company. Whose do you like? Means whose company you like, right? I used Mohit's notebook. Whose did you use? Means whose notebook did you use? So who belongs to that thing? To know about this, we should use whose word. Next, which to ask to be exact about one or more. When we want to be exact about one or more, we should use which word. Like if I say I will wear the new dress in the party, which will you wear? So I'm asking from someone, he has many dresses and I want to know about uh, about the exact dress. So I should use which will you wear. So I want to be exact about one or more, right? Next, I will choose English and Hindi subjects. So I'm telling my choice. Which will you choose? So I want to be exact about someone's choice regarding the subjects. That's why I am using here which word, right? So fill in the blanks, dear student, regarding this. This exercise we can do in our next class because only 1 minute is left, 1 or 2 minutes are left. Okay. So now if you want to ask anything regarding